to share with you one of my favorite side dish recipes, and it's basically some fried potatoes with pancetta, and it's really easy to do and really yummy. So let's get started. For this recipe, you're only gonna need 3 ingredients. You're gonna need some potatoes, some garlic, and some pancetta. You could easily make this a vegetarian dish. You just would basically need to leave out the pancetta, and I have done this with thyme as well, so just thyme and garlic, and it's really delicious as well. So the first thing we're going to do is dice our potatoes into small pieces. I've got a whole piece of pancetta here. If you can find some diced pancetta in the shops, that's totally fine as well. You could use some bacon if you wanted to. I just like the taste, the saltiness of the pancetta. So we're just gonna dice this. Okay, now onto our garlic. We're just gonna leave it whole like that. So just make sure you crush it a little bit. See, just crushed. We're gonna cook all this on the stove. So the first thing we're gonna do is turn on the your stovetop to high heat. And you want to fry up the pancetta with the garlic. As you can see, the pancetta is actually quite fatty, so you want to let it render its fat in the pan. Turn it down to a medium heat when it's starting to fry up quite fast. When the pancetta is all nice and golden, we're going to add in our potatoes. Give it a good mix around. The potatoes are going to take quite a while to cook because this is all raw. So what we're going to do is we're going to add some water to this, and we're going to let it simmer and cook in the pan. There's no exact measurement for the water, but just make sure it covers pretty well the potatoes. We're going to let this simmer on a medium to low heat, and what we're going to do is that we're going to let it cook until the water has evaporated. So keep an eye on it. When there's no more water, you're going to take a fork and you're going to poke through a potato. If the potato is still hard, that means you need to cook it for a little longer, so add a little more water. But we'll see how they go in about 15 minutes. If you have a lid that's big enough for your pan, go ahead and place it on the top, but make sure to leave a little space for the water to evaporate so that it doesn't overflow and you have water everywhere. So this is what it should look like when the water has completely evaporated. Well, almost. And you can see the potatoes are cooked. So if you put a fork through it, it should come out nice and clean, and you can see it breaks up a little bit. The potato has absorbed all of the saltiness of the pancetta. It has also absorbed all of the flavor from the garlic. I would recommend definitely cooking it with the lid on, because it will make it quicker for the potatoes to cook basically. So now what we're going to do is that we're going to fry it up a little bit. So we're going to add a little bit of oil. There you go. Turn it back up to almost high heat, but not completely all the way. And we're just going to fry this quickly to give this a little bit of color. So after the water evaporated completely, I let it cook for a little bit, but because I didn't want it to become too mushy, I decided to then take the pan and put it under the grill so I could get some really nice colors in there. So you can see all brown and the pancetta, and it just looks delicious. So I'm gonna try a little bit. It's really good. The potatoes are beautifully cooked, and the pancetta, it just gives so much flavor to the potatoes and with the garlic as well. Quite an easy dish. So yeah, if you liked it, don't forget to like and subscribe. You'll find the ingredients down in the description box below, and see you next time for more recipes. Bonjour, favorite side dish.